In a world where Carolina Panthers fans have an insatiable thirst for Panthers news and opinions, only one podcast roars ferociously. It's the C3 Panthers Podcast.
Panthers fans, we hit the 500 mark. That's right. We hit the 500 mark.
Again.
And what was the ugliest, shortest game in the NFL? Actually, that is what they want the NFL to be, probably, and what they would love for baseball to become. A game that happens in under 3 hours and was ugly. It was ugly. But the ending was fantastic. The Carolina Panthers pulled to 500. Man, if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan right now, you got to be pissed as a motherfucker because the Panthers just stumbled and fumbled and bumbled into a 500 mark. But you're right. It is good. The Panthers ran 19-13. May as well have not even scored a damn touchdown, it feels like. It was just like Zane Gonzalez for the show, for the deal. Anyway, 500. I'm here with my wheelman, Cody Lashman.
Tony Dunn, it's a good damn day, man. Listen, was it pretty? No. Was there some inadequacies and some things that we could do better? Yes. Do we have to have some conversations about some people? Yes.
A lot of
But
them.
listen, whenever the Carolina Panthers beat the Atlanta Falcons, it's a good damn day, Tony Dunn. Dare I say it's a day for celebration. And you know what? We have some good friends here in the chat room that are here to celebrate it with us. You already know them and love them. It's Brad Hope, Farah, Justin, Giordone, Kevin Boshoven, Kyle Hampton, Lynn Leonhardt, Panther Fan Stand, Panther Rules, Richards Outdoor World, Underground West, ATX 19, Tony Dunn, the gang's all here. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, brother. Let's roll.
You remember during training camp where the Panthers put up the "Do Your Job" sign? You had to go touch it.
DBO.
If you were, yeah.
Don't beat yourselves.
If you screw, don't beat yourselves. Well, don't beat yourselves. Do your job and smash the thumbs up button for this show, folks. I mean, like, look, it's free. It don't cost nothing. To tell a friend about the C3 Panthers post game show, where we have to talk about a lot of things, good, bad, and always good that we beat the Falcons. So, like my man said, CK, we stumbled and fumbled into this. It was hard to score a touchdown for this team. Sam Darnold got smashed, his head smashed into the ground. But despite that, I guess we eked it out.
Yeah, I mean, we eked it out.
That,
I mean,
like, what the hell you say? I don't even know how to start.
The first half I would categorize as sloppy. Like, that would be my best explanation of what we did as a defense. Yes, there were some positives, but this is the difference, is we won the second half. Like, that's the part that I think is most important. We came out in the second half and we outscored our opponent, which we haven't done. And if I'm not mistaken, we haven't done that but maybe once all year. And we were able to actually get it done today. And I think that's a big movement forward. The good news,
we only scored 19 points, right?
We did. And the problem with that 19 points, you got to keep in mind too, is a lot of that is execution. Like, a lot of that problem, like, there would have been a touchdown by DJ Moore, which we can argue about whether that was an actual catch or not. But nonetheless, it was, a failure on his part when he dropped the ball and didn't, complete the catch through the ground. That part was a failure. You have, a couple of pieces. Like, I was keeping tabs that first half, how many times Sam Darnold's passes were dropped by the people that had an opportunity to catch the ball.
There's a lot of them.
And that's it's a problem. Like, I mean, everybody wanted to crucify Sam Darnold, and rightfully so. He had a lot of bad issues. But when you feel like you're the only one on the team actually doing what you can, or like putting your heart out there on the fucking field, you feel like, what are you going to do? You kind of get rushed. You kind of feel like, and today I felt like you saw some guys putting their heart out on the field. You saw Sam doing that. You saw, Robbie Anderson, even though he only had that, one situation. He came back out. He wanted to continue to play, even though, it was just an incredible, feeling for them to continue to kind of fight there towards the end. The defense was an issue in the first half. They were able to corral and actually basically shut out the Falcons in that second half. It's something you love to see from a team that's been reeling for the past 4 weeks.
How crazy
the number
is
the number is 252-228-5098. You can be a part of the C3 Panthers podcast by subscribing, hitting the like bell, hitting the thumbs up, telling a friend about it. Let's start with this question, Cody. How did Sam Darnold react after being benched in the previous game? Now coming out against the division rival, with the circumstances that he had, how do you think he responded?
I think he responded fairly well. I mean, listen, I think that he definitely improved upon his performance against the Giants. And listen, dude, how crazy is it that when the quarterback plays good and the offensive line plays fairly good, the Panthers win football games? Dude, what a crazy conundrum we have going on here, man. Matt Rule basically and Joe Brady did today what they said they were going to do 2 weeks ago. They were going to commit to running the football, and they did absolutely that. And a few of the notes off the top of my head, big time day from Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard continues to get better every single time. Play. Yeah, but I'm past it.
Douchebag does that. Oh, Sam Darnold does that. We have had.
Yeah, but we're not going to let his whole day be overshadowed just because of that.
I'll be honest.
Tell me this. No, we're not going to let the whole day be overshadowed. But I swear to Christ, and I should not say that. But how did you feel after that first play? The first play.
Oh, Lord.
Can I tell you why? No. Can I tell you honestly? Can I tell you honestly? I wasn't worried a little bit because I knew we were playing the fucking Falcons, dude. The Falcons suck a dick 2 times a day, man. Look, my thing is this, okay? The Chuba Hubbard continues to look better every single time that we see him.
He does not, dude.
Let me finish my point, man. Amir Abdullah came in doing his thing, running all over the field today. Looked incredible. We used more than one running back. And listen, I think that the earlier on in the football game, first and second quarter, our offensive line didn't look too good. But in that second half, in the third or fourth quarter, I felt like, something got into our offensive linemen, and we were playing aggressive, man. We were playing bully ball, knocking people around. And listen, I've been very critical of our offensive line. I still don't think that, we have long-term answers on our offensive line right now. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. They won us the football game today. They kept Sam pretty clean. They allowed us to run the football. And I even think Joe Brady today did a good job of moving Sam around and getting him involved running the football more. Now, he does have a concussion, and obviously that's something we're going to have to worry about going forward. But overall, I feel like our offense did really well today. And then the final thing I'll mention before I pass the mic, Shaq Thompson meant more to our defense than we knew that he did. Shaq Thompson was flying around the football, making plays. Dude, he seems rejuvenated wearing that number 7, man. He's fast. He's aggressive. He kind of reminds me. His play style now reminds me a lot of Thomas Davis. And I'm starting to see a lot of that in his level of play. So I'm happy to have him back. And it was a good day, man. It was a good day.
It's a good day anytime you get a W in the stat sheet. I'll tell you this. Chuba had a good day. And I don't want to take anything away from that. I was far more impressed with Amir. Like, far more impressed. I feel like Amir Abdullah.
The butcher. He's the butcher. That's what they called him.
He was, I feel like, I don't know if he was leaps and bounds above Chuba Hubbard, but like Chuba Hubbard was getting hard fought yards. Like, I'll give him that. He was definitely getting 5 yards pretty much every time he got the ball. When Amir got the ball, he was getting 9 yards. He was bursting through holes. He was doing what he needed to do. And I still, like, again, we have issues with drops. We have Royce Freeman, he wasn't horrible, but he dropped that screen pass that should have been a catch. I mean, there's so many issues that you can point to, but Amir Abdullah, I think, is an incredible addition. And honestly, with the 3 guys we have in the backfield, I think people are going to start to question whether this trade deadline is going to change something for CMC.
Why does Chuba Hubbard always look like he's falling down? Like he's running, he's like at this large gait. He always just looks like a giant giraffe. I mean, he's not that like a giraffe, but he is. Oh, it's just kind of like this
A rhino.
He's just flailing around, these legs going. He looks like it's not pretty. It gets it done, I guess. Fumbling on the first play of the game was tough.
Yeah.
The Panthers defense goes out there and plays pretty well. Hassan Reddick trying to get paid $1 billion, guys.
Right.
I'm telling you, like he had 8.5 sacks last week. He had he had a sack on the first play. He's at 9.5 sacks, and I don't know. I'm gonna check the stat sheet, but he got a sack on the first fucking play of the game. Like Chuba Hubbard fumbled. Good gosh. All right, so the Panthers pull it out. Darnold gets how concerned. What did you guys think about Darnold? And what is the concussion potential injury mean to this team?
Could be 3 weeks.
Yeah.
PJ Walker.
And listen, I feel Tony. Listen, I'm actually. Can I just say? Everybody? No, can you not hear us?
Can you hear?
Oh, my headphones don't work. It's my headphones.
Anyway,
y'all. You're fine. It's my headphones.
Okay, so listen, Tony, I'm actually proud of us. I'm proud of us as a podcast. I'm proud of me and you, because you and I love us some Cam Newton. We love us some Cam Newton, and we have done everything in our power, really, to not even entertain all the rumors of, should we bring back Cam and make things right and all this stuff. I kind of think that now, going forward, it at least warrants the discussion that if we don't know how long we're going to be without Sam Darnold, I'd prefer Cam Newton over PJ Walker any day of the week. I'll tell you that for sure. Also, another thing that you have to consider is Christian McCaffrey is going to be coming back soon. Now, we don't know if it's going to be next week, and if you look at what this offensive line did today, and they kind of established an identity running the football. And, I really do think that this wouldn't be a bad setup to bring Cam Newton back, especially.
What's the goal, though? What's the goal?
To win football games. To win. Okay. But are we so in love with Sam that we're like, oh well, we can't stifle his development. Sam, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. There's no reason. Love with them. We're all just okay getting some head from them. A little handy shandy, dude. Listen, I'm just today was a confidence booster. And again, I told this to CK before the show. I'm like, dude, did they just get our hopes up for nothing just to make us feel like trash when they play New England next week?
Did you guys think Sam played well today? I thought he played all right.
I do too. I think he played very well. I think he played above average today.
Okay.
I think here's something that me and Cody were talking about prior to this. I've been very critical of Joe Brady, and I will remain critical of Joe Brady until he shows me his consistency to be able to do something that's different, right? What they did different today that was absolutely incredible was getting the play calls in early and allowing Sam Darnold to check the ball or to check read the defense prior to snapping the ball. Like that's like a lot of those issues you run into is like he's maybe getting those shallow drops. Well, that's because he's getting up there and reading a defense that he doesn't have time to audible out of it, right? I mean, like he might have had a better alternative if he didn't have to do that, but he had to get happy feet because he saw that there were going to be 5 people rushing him, right? And he didn't have the ability to protect, call out his protections and stuff. I mean, I think there's, many different options or issues that have been an issue, but they were getting the play action pass together. I literally said what the things that they need to do is RPOs, play actions, and bootlegs. And they did all 3 of those things today, and they were pretty effective. And they did quarterback design runs, which I guess the only one that was a real designed run was the one that he got injured on. But They need to do those things. They need to allow Sam Darnold to use his athleticism.
That's kind of mean sounding that.
But CK, didn't me and you both, literally not even a week ago, say this exact thing? We both said this. Like, you need to move Sam around, cut the field in half, let him use his athleticism. And I think it's not a surprise that our offense
Sam wasn't the problem today.
We did that.
He wasn't the problem today. What did you guys think about that DJ Moore catch? Because that mess was a fucking touchdown. I was so mad at y'all. Y'all were texting me in the DMs, and you were like, "Oh, well, I was like, that shit was a touchdown, huh, man."
Here's the thing,
ball, he put his feet down. It's a touchdown. Then they should have raised their arms before this bullshit twist and turn, and now he dropped it.
Yeah, I'm on that same level.
So mad about it.
I agree. I think that it should have been a touchdown. Like, I think in real time that looked like a touchdown. But the fact is like when you look at it,
real life, it was a touchdown.
But what I'm saying is, like, because they called it was a touchdown. I think it was so close that it was impossible for them to overturn. Like, if they overturned it, then it would have been another. Either way, it's a controversy. I don't think they win either way. It wasn't clear and obvious, and that's the problem. Like, he made that step in the inbounds, and his feet were inbounds, but he didn't maintain control through the process of a catch through the ground. And that's where I say that's on DJ Moore. Even if it was a touchdown, DJ Moore didn't do his job on that play by holding onto the ball through contact with the ground. Like, that's just the reality of it.
And another thing to consider was the toe drag too. His toe was damn near out of bounds. Like, let me first start by saying,
hold on, you said it's damn near out of bounds.
But I'm saying it was close to being out of bounds, and I'm agreeing with you. It should have been a touchdown. But I think that when you look at the best receivers in the NFL, like, we're having this discussion about, is DJ Moore a real number one wide receiver? Is he one of the top tier elite wide receivers in the NFL? And I just think guys like DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans, a lot of the bigger names, I think that they make those plays routinely, and they're not bobbling the football. And by the way, my criticism is not just on that touchdown. He had two big-time missed blocking assignments the 2 plays previous to that. There was a bubble screen to the right. The Panthers had the numbers. Sam made the right throw. And DJ Moore didn't block AJ Terrell, and that's what stopped Shi Smith dead in his tracks. Then the very next play, they had a blitzer coming up the middle, and DJ Moore again doesn't pick him up. Like, those are 2 things that are on him. And then when he finally gets the ball in his hand, he can't rally on and hold on to it to make sure that it's a touchdown. Like, yeah, it probably should have been called a touchdown, but he didn't make life any easier for himself or the Panthers.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's one other piece of the puzzle I think is important with that too, is the Robbie Anderson injury they talked about on the actual broadcast. Like, if Robbie Anderson didn't, like,
he broke 3 ribs. My guess is, like, he has a whole rib cage that's broken.
Right. But and this is the part that is tough, because you look at that play, and if you look at it from what the broadcasters were talking about, it makes 100% sense. That injury is on DJ Moore, because DJ Moore's job there is to run all the way down the field to have the safeties vacate. But DJ Moore stopped. He started jogging towards the end of his route. And then that allowed the safety to just literally pull, like, not be afraid of DJ Moore's deep ball, and then literally just break on the ball and just go straight for Robbie Anderson.
I am not letting y'all slander DJ like this.
I'm just saying it was a bad game for DJ.
He played soft.
No, that was a catch in the end zone. It would have been a touchdown. All of a sudden, we're up 7. We win this game by whatever more points that we would, 4 more points, right? Because we got the field goal. But you would have been like, oh, DJ fucking making great catches out and this and that. No, is that can't slander him on the back end. But I think you have one point, which I have been trying to say about DJ Moore for a minute, is that when you're 6 foot, you're just regular size. Like if you're trying to be the Steve Smith is in cessation. He's a sensation because he played above and beyond his station. But like, if you were like, you don't draft a Steve Smith to be a number one. Like, you don't think like DJ could be the best number one in the history of football. Who knows? But like, it's not like everything is working for him. He's 6 foot tall.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's not even his size, man. He doesn't play with any aggression. I mean, listen, Rockhead81 had a really good comment. I think if the play is not for DJ,
that was a touchdown.
He doesn't go 100%. He doesn't block.
I don't believe it, man. No, don't say that, man. He caught that touchdown. The whole outlook would have been changed, bro.
He always acts hurt.
Would have been changed.
After every time he makes a reception, he takes him like 5 minutes to get up off the ground, and he's fine. It's like
y'all love some DJ Moore.
I love DJ Moore, but today he did not play with a lot of effort. I mean, Tony, I don't know what you were watching, but if you watched, he literally. No,
I'm not saying I'm not there. No, I'm not watching nothing. Like I'm listening. I'm listening.
Like DJ Moore isn't half the player that Steve Smith was.
Yeah, here's the thing: is he can come in and have some effort. Like I've seen him have some like big energy games. Like after that drop, he's just on the bench, just sitting there with no facial expression. He completely let Shi Smith, like, didn't even try to block the Terrell guy. Like, literally didn't even try to block him. If you watch that playback, it would look like the least effort I've seen of a wide receiver trying to block a screenplay, because it is true. I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, he isn't consistent, but he also, when you look at the plays when he is not designed to get the ball, he isn't giving it his all. He's not. Like, it's just the reality of it. At least today I've seen that. Like, just, I mean, even with that 100, like he gives his all when he's getting ready to try to get that catch, and he still dropped the ball when he hit the ground, right? But you know, when he's not the one designed to get the ball, like he's not putting that effort.
I do agree with you, Tony. It was a touchdown.
It was a touchdown all day, every day. I wanted to write this, is that it was a touchdown all day, every day, and twice on Sunday, except for I got to come on this fucking show and say it was a touchdown all day, every day, except for not on Sunday.
Except for this Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, it was a touchdown. And on top of that, good throw by Sam Darnold. How about that?
Yeah. Sam Darnold made a good throw. He also made
what did he do? But what was his after being benched? And we'll kind of close our open discussion here, and then we'll go to the cat calls, and then we'll come back. But after being benched in the past week, last week, just 6 days ago, Sam Darnold's benched. PJ Walker comes in. What was Sam Darnold doing poorly today before the injury happened, and what was he doing well?
You want to go first, CK?
What was the question?
What did Sam Darnold do well?
Basically, what did you think of Sam Darnold before he went out with head injury?
I think number one, they allowed him to control the offense more than he had previously. And they made sure that the game wasn't solely on his shoulders, right? They allowed the run game to actually develop, and they allowed him to get play action and bootleg going. And I think that worked tremendously well. They got him the play calls early enough to where he was able to read the defense, and I think he read the defense very well today. Like, he was getting the ball out quicker than he ever had all season. He was getting the ball accurately out. And even one key part is after the Robbie Anderson injury, it was a third down, and he had to throw the ball to DJ Moore, and he threw it in a perfect spot to where DJ Moore wouldn't get hurt. Like, he literally was able to throw it in the most accurate position to allow DJ Moore to fall without getting hit. Because if he had led him the way that he should have led him,
dropped it.
No, he catch it? He caught that one. He caught that one. It was the first down.
Yeah,
it was the first down. Like, I think Sam Darnold did a fantastic. He was super accurate today, and when he wasn't accurate, it was because blitzes were coming untouched right into his lap. And so I don't put any of, like, I don't think I saw much out of Sam today that made me think that he didn't perform very well. I wish there would be maybe a lot more opportunity when you have the run game going that way, you should be able to get the ball down the field with a deep pass, right? And they just weren't even making that effort. And that obviously concerns me a little bit, but that also could be because they had to develop the offense to be able to get the ball out quickly because the offensive line can't hold up the pressure for longer than 5 seconds.
So I think Sam looked good today. There was that
It was
that
his
one
second
drive.
best game of the season.
There was
I
that
would
one
argue.
drive earlier in the game where he throws the pass to Tommy Tremble, and the pass just hits Tommy Tremble in the fingers, and he drops it, right? Then the very next play, they have Shi Smith leaking out the left side, and then Sam just kind of puts a little too much air on top of it, and it just goes right over Shi Smith's head. Overall, I think it's kind of indicative of what I've been saying the past few weeks, is that, Joe Brady has actually done a decent job of getting guys open in space and letting them make a play. But either the receivers are dropping passes or Sam is missing them. And I think today, both of those kind of reared their ugly heads. We had a lot of drops. I mean, it wasn't our worst game of drops, but we still had some drops. And I think that we have to be honest that Sam is having to overcome that. Guys making drops and the pass protection has not been great.
Yeah. This was actually like the best game from Sam and the offensive line for the whole season. And the offensive line let free blockers through. And you know what? No, I am not letting Joe Brady off the hook. This is on Joe Brady. There's a free rusher on every play, but shame them. I'm going to let you guys get in there. We're going to get in the calls. You guys take care of your business.
Yeah, so CK, I kind of think that even though it's a fetish that our chat room shares, I kind of think we're starting to like it too. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you get yours in, Big Papa. What you got to tell them?
Come on in. Turn your volume all the way up. I want you to get real funky because I have something important to tell you. If you haven't gone and hit that like button, that little thumbs up down there at the bottom of your screen to say, hey, listen, I'm liking the content you guys are putting out. I'm liking the effort you guys are putting out. I have one thing to say to all you legends. Subscriber shame, mother.
Subscriber shame. 164 people watching, 78 thumbs up. That's all we ask, man. We're having a good ass time celebrating the Carolina Panthers, stomping on the Atlanta Falcons, and it's a good day, y'all. Give us a celebratory thumbs up. That helps us to grow, helps us to be seen by more people. Dude, today's a good day. Help us out. That's all we need you to do. Hit the like button. That's it.
That's it. Sub up. We're on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts at, as well as we want you to be a part of the show. The number is 252-228-5098. Let's get into some of the calls of what they want to talk about, because I'm sure they will take us down the roads we need to talk about.
What are your thoughts on catcalling?
It was a touchdown, and every time I do this, can you hear that?
Catcalling makes the person feel.
Yeah, I hear it. Just put the volume.
Oh, I got $1. Can you hear it all right, or is it just me? I think
It's low.
nice.
We hear
Is it
you.
low?
Just
Yeah, it's
turn the calls up.
What it do, my boy?
It sounds
Yeah, it's
like
very low.
Mike.
Supreme Leader.
Hope you guys are.
Why can you? Oh, hold up.
Well, I had to turn my truck off. Hope you guys are.
You can't hear that well at all.
Fabulous.
Yeah, right here. Right.
Afternoon. Man,
Oh, I found it.
how about that? We finally got our shit together, huh? You know, it wasn't the prettiest, but you know, like I always say, because my man Herm Edwards always said it: you play to win the game, and we won the game. Plain and simple. Moving on. Next week, Patriots. I'm going to be there at that game. Okay.
Josh
Way
is
up
going
high,
too.
you know, in the 500s. You know, it's all good. I don't mind sitting way up there, but I'm gonna be at the game with a close friend, and it's going to be litty. Okay, because I heard those Panthers fans getting litty in Falcons Stadium, so I'm gonna come litty too. Okay. boy, it was good to see Gilmore get that interception. It just shows what a veteran presence can bring, to a young football team. Okay, and I know Panther Nation was all up in arms this past week. I remember that one call this past Tuesday. Somebody was like, "Fuck the Panthers, fuck the Panthers, boy, fuck you." Okay, what's the mantra? Keep pounding. What's my mantra? Get Panther pride till I die. Okay, it ain't never over, and we all know who the real fans is. Okay, it's all of us here in C3. I don't know where these leaky ones leaking in from, talking about some fuck the Panthers, but even the blind ones can see that we the best. Okay, even guys who pour up some Cavassier, all right, know we the best. We all trill up in this bitch. Okay, I can't name y'all. All right, through little puns.
Tell them, Mike.
I love you guys. All right, stick together. Don't fight each other. All right, Tony. Don't let these motherfuckers get you down. You play them calls next time, okay? Cody, you know what you're talking about. Everybody else, CK, Greg, love you guys.
I love him, man. I love
Pounding.
him.
Supreme leader.
Yeah. Supreme leader. Great caller always. Let's go on to the next goal.
Finally, a win. This is DJ in Raleigh. Finally, a win.
Welcome back,
I
DJ.
hope Sam is going to be okay. Sam was solid today. I don't want to hear anything about it. I've been critical of Sam, but he was solid today. He did what he needed to do. Run the ball.
Did he say Cam?
Make timely throws.
Oh, he said Sam.
He
Sam,
did what
Sam.
he needed to do. And then this
he
defense
wasn't awful
now
today.
with Stefan Gilmore, Shaq back, this defense starting to feast. Now this is starting to shape up like the team we thought they were. And we're possibly CMC getting back next week. I'm cautiously optimistic.
I just love the
We
wave we
always
live on.
gotta keep pounding. Love the podcast.
Thank you very much for the call. The number is 252-228-5098. Smash the thumbs up button. Be a part of the show. CK. I don't know if I'm ready to say that this win was pretty or makes me feel better about my life. Ultimately, as we expected this win to happen, it was ugly on the way there. And we got it. And if you think about it, Sam played his one of his better games of the season. And we still barely won.
Right.
How do you feel afterwards, I guess?
I feel like, I think there is a lot to be optimistic about. You got to keep in mind what we got back today, right? We got Shaq Thompson back. We added Stefan Gilmore to the mix again. CJ Henderson has been out, so we still have him possibly coming back again. You have Christian McCaffrey coming back, and Matt Rule in his presser said that if Sam is going to be out for multiple weeks, that we're going to have to look to bring somebody in to compete, or if not, back up PJ, which in my opinion means they're going to be looking for somebody to start over top of PJ, because I'm telling you, and people are going to be probably all up in arms, PJ is not an answer at quarterback for this team, guys. He is not. He has not shown to be capable of winning games when it comes down to it. And you can bring up the Detroit Lions game all you want, but just go back and watch it and tell me where PJ impressed you the most, because I tell you, those two red zone interceptions that we kind of defended him on are still on PJ. Just like some of the end zone, some of the interceptions that Sam Darnold has had on him. So I don't think, if we're going to be without Darnold for a couple of weeks, I think you have to bring in somebody who's capable of leading the team to a win. And I don't know that PJ is that guy.
And how about this?
Well,
PJ Walker.
Where you were heading anyway.
Well, hold on. PJ Walker almost threw an interception on that first down.
Right.
They get into the red zone, and man, it's a good damn thing it was
maybe
deflected.
That's what we want him to do, Cody.
What, throw interceptions in the red zone? Nah, that's the opposite of what we want him to do.
Maybe that is what we want him to do.
No, okay, if we're talking about tanking this early, Tony, my thing is this, man.
I mean,
what
think
has
about
been
it this,
proven?
is that if y'all are worried about Sam Darnold, who sucks, like these motherfuckers, everybody was like already like, oh, Sam Darnold, worst quarterback I've ever seen in my life, and then like now he's hurt.
But last
then,
year
like-
there were
Like
last year
no,
there
I
were-
mean, like, isn't it a secret? Like you have always said, Cody, you have always said this, dude. The players and the coaches do not tank.
yeah, the front office
But
does. But
I-
are we
That's
are
what
we
we
at
are
that?
right
Oh,
now.
but
We
okay,
are
but
the
Tony,
Panthers front
who are we
office.
tanking for? Who are we tanking for? Last year, this is what I tried to tell
Somebody
everybody. And
better than what we
everybody,
got.
everybody told me that I was a bad fan last year because
No,
I
nobody-
wanted to tank
no. We
when there
were
was
all
a
on
bunch
your
of good
side, homie.
quarterbacks to tank for. What I'm
We
trying to
were
tell
all
you
on
is,
your
if
side.
we were
going
going to get a quarterback, it should have been last year, man. This year there isn't a player that like,
we
oh,
rolled
okay, well then
with
if we
you.
tank, how about this?
Man, I
If we're
love to
picking,
make these
if we're
jokes on
picking,
him. He gets
if we're
mad.
picking in the teens, we might have a shot at a quarterback anyway. But my point is this, man. Tony, let it not get lost on you that Panthers W's are hard to come by. Okay? If we're going to be losing all season and we're going to talk a whole bunch of shit about them every time they lose, we have to just be happy when the Panthers get a W, man. Because right now we're at 500, we're 4-4, we're undefeated in our division. We've beaten the Saints and beaten the Falcons.
Doesn't
matter, man. You have to count your blessings. Is the glass half full or half empty? Is it half full or half empty? Christian McCaffrey
It's half
is
empty,
coming
bro.
back.
It's half
Stefan
empty.
Gilmore
Did
won the
today,
game for us.
The last week, after the loss that we suffered, and how just disparagingly bad it was. I had an existential crisis about this team and the coaching staff going forward. And today, to be honest, winning 19-13 while we got a W, while Sam Darnold kind of did what he was supposed to do, this and that. Do you really all of a sudden want to change your hopes and dreams about this team going forward?
Yeah.
And I don't mean this season. I mean for the trajectory of my life. All of a sudden, I do not just walk out here and go, oh, Joe Brady, brilliant as a motherfucker.
No.
Never seen nothing like it. Dude, there was a free rusher on every play in the first half. Like, I'm sorry. And that scheme, as much as it is talent.
Well, it's also blitzes not being
No, they
picked
just
up.
go walking. These guys be like this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm Joe Brady told me to stand over here. No, this was not something that you should overly be, I don't know, impressed by going forward. The existential crisis is still there. Still there.
I'm not more believing in our coaches
You're
after
always so
this game.
reactionary.
I'm not more believing in our coaches this game more than I have been at any time this season. What I do think is this: it puts us in a situation to control our destiny.
Right.
And I mean, like right now, the Pats are playing right now. I think they're tied with the Chargers, but we have an opportunity to win some football games going forward here. And another thing that isn't mentioned enough is that so much of your NFL season is getting healthy at the right time. Okay, Stefan Gilmore in his first game today,
dude, he looked hurt.
Hold on,
He looked like he barely could walk.
Oh, stop it! He won the fucking game for us. He won that game for us at the end of the game. And by the way, he was shutting shit down. Nobody was throwing on Gilly today. Gilly is still one of the best corners in football. Then hopefully
because they weren't throwing at him.
You're like a Colin Cowherd, bro.
They're not throwing at him, Tony. Why would you see anything from him if they know not to throw on that man? And by the way, Stefan Gilmore won the game for us today. You put it away. He put the game away, and that was his first game that he played for the Carolina Panthers. And we have Christian McCaffrey coming back. And we have Shaq Thompson coming back. We're getting healthy at the right time.
Thing anybody in the history of the world has ever said to me.
Oh, don't say that. I'm gonna get Billy on here at one point.
Nah, this is pretty mean. But all right, that was a mean. My man came at he tried to cut my Achilles.
Dude.
All right. So when it came to Stefan Gilmore, I didn't see him a lot in this game.
Because he wasn't being thrown to.
Like his number a lot. I mean, like literally, I was trying to look for it. Maybe I didn't see it. Like I'm not good at that shit. So maybe he was out there and I didn't see it. I gotta give mad credit to Shaq Thompson though.
Have to.
Shaq Thompson had like he said in the interview that he thought he was playing the best football he had ever played prior to getting hurt.
Yeah.
He came out today and balled. And once he shoved that dude in the back.
Dude, I think Mike Davis made the worst mistake.
Probably a penalty, but like I'm like,
no, that was a perfect play because it was a tip ball. It was a tip ball.
Block people in the back.
Yeah, you can make contact with people because it's not a block. You're trying to get to the ball, and that ball's in the air. So I mean,
then I love it even more, and I already loved it.
But Mike Davis made the worst mistake running over Shaq Thompson the way that he did because Shaq Thompson took that personally, and Mike Davis got punished for it that game.
Yes, he did.
Was he the one that got stonewalled?
Shaq got run over by Mike Davis, and then like Mike Davis tried to hurdle somebody. Shaq pushed him out of the building, and then he just like straight up leveled him on the sideline for one play too. And like Mike Davis got up like nothing happened, didn't even say anything. I'm like sitting there thinking in my head, oh my God, Mike Davis is a bitch.
And look, they're probably
the
friends.
Better game Shaq Thompson has ever put, in my opinion. Like I'm like, this was one of his best games.
It's his best season, man. And it really shows you like the fact that our defense kind of fell off the map when Shaq Thompson was gone. Look, I think that he has earned the right for us to say that he is the captain commander of our defense. Like that C on his jersey is earned. They are, our captains are really good for our football team. And you see Shaq Thompson flying around, making plays. I told you, he reminds me of Thomas Davis. He's playing a lot like I remember Thomas Davis used to play in for us. And I think that's needed for us right now. I think him and Jermaine Carter.
He's big.
And I think him and Jermaine Carter are an underrated tandem. I think Jermaine Carter has grown and gotten better too.
They're not underrated. We have to see them together. Let's go to the next call.
Hey, this is Kevin from Charleston. This was such needed win, guys. Like, fucking, I can breathe. And, we should start giving our kicker some credit because coming into the season and training camp, preseason, we were talking about how's the kicker going to do? Joey Sly, what is he going to be like? He's fucking up in preseason. We got to get a real kicker. We kept saying, where are we going to get a real kicker? We got ourselves a real kicker. That man knocked everything today. He was perfect. That's all I got to say. Peace.
Perfect, dude. I think
Gonzalez.
He might be saving Chase Blackburn's job, if I'm being honest, guys.
Tony, are our kicker woes over? Is Zane the guy?
I hope so.
He was kicking every ball out of the end zone.
Such a resounding endorsement. I hope so.
So many people put. Well, actually, not so many people. It seems that football teams put the like wanting to be able to kick that 100-yard. What is Cody? Kick it out of the end zone. That's what they want, and I guess that's where he is potentially lacking. You know that wasn't it common back like 20 years ago to have one kickoff kicker and one field goal kicker?
Jameis Winston's hurt.
Yeah, Jameis just got hurt. I kind of don't think it'll be like a long-term injury.
It is. It's definitely an ACL.
Maybe. Might be Taysom Hill season. Oh shit.
But this is continuing to look at this Carolina Panthers win. We want to know what you think about Sam Darnold. What you think about Joe Brady's play calling going forward? Why is there a free rusher on every play? That's what I want to know. Why is that not part scheme and coaching? Last year, every time people tried to tell me the offensive line was the worst, where I was like, man, this is actually a pretty cool to what I'm used to seeing. They were like, oh, it's scheme, it's the quarterback, it's this and that. How come the scheme this season cannot stop one guy from just going unblocked all day long? I don't understand it. Now, Sam Darnold, who you all hated, busted his head.
Oh God,
Little-
it was rough.
His little brain rattling around
His
in
little
that
brain.
giant. Yeah, that's how I always think of a concussion. Is like you got a little tiny brain, and, like, bouncing
Just
around.
bouncing
Yeah.
around like a ball.
And he's like this. Sam Darnold might not be the guy. I don't know, man. It's a good win, but hey, did the Jets win today? Nah,
Yeah.
They did.
They
beat
did.
the
They beat the
dude.
that
Bengals,
helped our
dude.
March. I love it. So we might have won and still tanked. Who knows? I need you to take care of this call for me. Give me.
What it do, boys? This your boy Mike, aka Supreme Light Bob.
Is this a different
Um,
Is it the same?
you know, I love
He
you
said
guys so
call him
much. I
back.
call back for a
Yeah.
second time. You know, I don't
Yeah.
usually do this, but yeah. So I just want to say something real quick about Sam
Tell it to
Darnold.
me, bro.
I appreciate what he did out there. Okay, he's still kind of booty. Okay, his play gets booty at times, but if you can't tell me that he wasn't showing heart and trying to fight for this football team, you know, that man took a concussion right there.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to get us that dub. And, you know, just like Greg said, you know, and I hope he still says it, we got to stand with Sam. Okay, because, I mean, in all reality, we don't have a choice. Okay, we're committed through next year. And just like the saying goes, it is what it is. So we got to stick behind this man. And, I mean, you could tell, looking down on that field during the game, like after that interception at the end, these boys are a tight unit. I mean, they're all playing for each other. So let's keep the positive vibes going, my boys. Okay? Panther pride till I die. Until all you die. Well, it's kind of morbid. But I mean, that's what I say. Panther pride till I die. You know, I don't want to talk about death, but take it easy, boys.
You cool, Mike. I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, Tony. I mean, not Tony CK. I was thinking about, you know, what Tony was saying. Like, should we, you know, all of a sudden have this newfound belief in the Panthers? And again, like, we gotta be where our feet are.
Right.
You can't start thinking about playoffs. You can't start thinking about any other shit. We're 4-4. The Panthers are who they are, man. The season is not over.
Right.
There is still work to be done. There's still a ton of stuff that we have to get better on, much of which was on display today. We have still yet to play a game with, in my opinion, 4 consistent quarters of football. We have yet to do that. So there are still goals out in front of us. And listen, do any of us really believe that the Panthers are going to the Super Bowl and going to win this thing? No. If it happens, fucking cool, man. That's gravy. But at the end of the day, we have to get to the next milestone and get to the next one and get to the next one. Right now, we're, you know, a W like this helps us to get incrementally better.
Right.
And what I was saying before was that you get healthy at the right time sometime. And knowing that Christian McCaffrey is going to be coming back, we all know how much that means to our offense. If he can stay healthy, that is an incredible boost to our offensive production. Then potentially J.C. Horn coming back at the end of the year, being able to play, him and Stefan Gilmore on the same field at the same time.
Yep.
C.J. Henderson's getting better. Dante Jackson's getting better. Like, sometimes you just have to choose to be a glass half full kind of person. and say, you know what, I could be all, emotional and complaining about the things that we did do wrong, but it doesn't serve anything right now.
Yeah.
We beat our most hated division rival today, and everyone should just be happy about it, man. Be happy about the players that made plays today, like Chuba Hubbard and Amir Abdullah, and even our offensive line guys.
Right. Yeah, no, I think I like I said, I mean, I was happy with a lot of the things we did today. I don't have a lot of complaints. I thought the first half was just problematic. I don't know. At this point in time, I'm not going to be overly critical of anybody. I think that, even like I'll and this might be off, topic a little bit, but I mean, like, I think this was by far the best game. Maybe not by far, but this was by a close margin one of the best games that Joe Brady has called as an offensive coordinator, this season, or even really in 2 seasons, if I'm being honest about it. So like I said, I don't have a lot to complain about. This team rallied in the second half. They adjusted in the second half, and that's what you hope to see.
Yeah, we did some good things today, man. I'm just, happy that we got a W. So some players stepped up for us today.
Yeah.
And we should take account of that and just be happy that it happened,
100%.
All right,
And,
let's go to the. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, and like, there's no word on it, but I don't know if you guys saw the play, but Jameis Winston looked like he definitely twisted his knee up. So I don't know that he's going to be, I'm obviously don't wish for it, but he that could be a serious knee injury. So we may, be facing a Jameis Winston less New Orleans Saints team.
All right, let's go to the next call.
What's going on, C3 Nation? This is your boy Jay Anderson hitting y'all up. All I got to say is good win for the Panthers. Matt Rule still need to go. All
right. Today, and maybe some people, no one's going to remember this or even care about it. But there was like some book series I read when I was a kid, and it was about these like mice. It's like the Secrets of Nim or something like that. And today, as I watched Matt Rule or Rat Mule on the sideline, and Arthur, who's the other guy? Arthur what?
Arthur Smith, the head coach.
Yeah, like they just look like, I was like, man, if we could.
He looks like a Madden coach. He looks like a random.
And Arthur Smith look like they should be Secrets of Nim or something like that. Somebody, if you remember reading those books, I would love to hear it. And I need to be better. Look, I download this guy. I'm in window hell, by the way. Tab hell. What do they call it?
You gotta close some out.
I know. You're like this. You get so mad when I didn't tell. Dude, when Cody saw the voicemail.
Dude, I honestly have no idea how you make heads or tails of that shit. It's like there's so many calls. Some of them say Tuesday. Like they're all over the place.
Here's the next one.
What's up, C3? This is the man, the myth, the legend, Cody.
Cody, back.
Guys.
Thank you.
First, I would like to start off with, damn, Tony, you boy, last Tuesday, you was really upset at the Panthers. Now, I am one of your longest C3 followers. I was here before everybody. I was here before Cody A. I was here before Cody left.
I think I cut his call off.
You back in the day.
Oh, you pissed him off big time, Tony.
The madman himself, and I forgot the other guy. I never seen you, Professor, that upset last week, especially towards me, Tony. Jesus, you hum. You're like, I ain't hearing shit. I don't want to hear no more shit from him. I'm like, damn,
what if I did it again? What if I did it right
come
now?
off with me like that?
I'll just cut him off again. How dare you?
I'll be pissed too. So fellas, Sam did an all right job, even though he got his clock, struck today.
He got what?
I'm blaming him on coaching staff. Why you have this man running like he Cam Newton? But anyway, guys, what do y'all go now with the quarterback situation? Because I think Sam's going to be out with that concussion protocol. So what do the Panthers do next?
Man, fuck that. If they make Sam
next week, Belichick is going to eat. You know how he is with quarterbacks this average or but
I want to talk about
so coach. Let me know what y'all think. Keep pounding.
2 things that come off. Well, I got 3 from that. Thank you, Carl. I know. I mean, you know what? I was admittedly in a bad mood, but you know what? It was the worst fucking shit ever. And I want to hear some of that shit sometimes. Second, today with that Matt Rule fucking threw that challenge flag down.
He had a better throwing motion than Sam, I think.
Yeah. more arm talent than Teddy Bridgewater.
And third was this. What else did he say? All right, that's about all I got. But still, man, Matt Rule. Oh, he was talking about how they were going to come out and dominate us next week because of coaching. Overall, what did you think about the kind of coaching from this game? Look, the defense held Matt Ryan, which they were Calvin Ridley-less, right? So, I mean, it's not like, but the defense performed well. What do you think about what is your coaching evaluation? Ultimately, Matt Rule with the flag, and then Joe Brady to, I think, Phil Snow, who nobody even talks about now. We're all like, it's
just expected, at this point in time. Like he's,
he's okay. Everybody else sucks a dick.
Well, I feel like to this game today, we can't determine our future based on just today. We have to continue to build. We have to continue to grow and be better. But then I can also definitely see that we went up against the Falcons today. And yeah, they beat the Dolphins and they've beaten a few teams, but it's like this wasn't a really good football.
They got nobody. Team. They're a terrible bad team.
But my thing is this, right? Like,
we should have won against a terrible bad team last week.
2 weeks in a row before this.
This is exactly is that like we don't get excited, nor do we really care. We should have won this game.
Yeah.
In theory, like when you're looking at the paper matchup, and that was the problem with the which by the way, Philadelphia smoked the Lions today. So maybe it turns out that guy that I made fun of, whoever their little head coach was, and their little
Dan Campbell for crying.
No. I made fun of the Philadelphia Eagles coach. He looks like he's like eating chicken nuggets and sitting Indian style on the floor, giving them a lecture. Anyway, their whole coaching staff is like 28-year-old white kids, which is just interesting. But my point is that I made fun of him because he was like, we're gonna have the best processes. We're gonna have the best process. They fucking the Eagles right now are getting it done. But
yeah.
I thought we should have beaten the Eagles. I'm looking at the schedule. Man, you really think we're gonna go up against the Cardinals and this and that and this and that? We need to be winning early. So I don't want to get excited about beating Atlanta. That's all I'm saying. It's like, you know what? I'm so glad we beat Atlanta. And you know what? We should have beat Atlanta. And imagine if we hadn't beat Atlanta. That's actually the conversation to have. What happens if we don't win that game? We almost field goal kicked them to death.
And even still, a win is a win is a win, man. And that's why, we're not like overly enthused. We're not putting up enough points. And that's on our offense, and we have to be better. But I mean, listen, okay. So our next four before
What got better
our
today?
next four.
What got better from last week?
Well, I think Sam was a little better.
Yeah,
I think he was a little more accurate.
I agree. Yeah,
I agree with CK.
Better.
I
He was
think
like
our play
way
calling,
better, not just a little.
I think our play calling was a little bit better today.
Okay.
I think some of the things that they did with Sam was better. I think Shaq Thompson being back on our defense provided an incredible spark. I don't care what you say, Tony Dunn. Stefan Gilmore was impressive today, and I like his potential
on the last
on
play
football
of the game.
team going forward. No, he shut it down today. He didn't give up any big plays. You won't find one. You won't find one play of Stefan Gilmore making a terrible play.
Man. I hope
it was his first game.
I hope he gets us a second round pick when we trade him tomorrow to the Bucks.
Dude, we're getting the Bucks. Listen,
dude. He got a pick.
I'm shutting this down. We're not trading him to the fucking Buccaneers, dude. I don't care how much you want it. We're not fucking doing it. What I'm trying to say,
you're gonna be like, oh my god, thank you.
The next 4 games, we have the Patriots, we have the Cardinals, we have Washington, and we have Miami. It's very easy to see us winning 3 of those 4 games.
Whoa. Say it again.
I think it's easy. It's easy to foresee a scenario where the Panthers could beat the Patriots, the Washington football team, and the Miami Dolphins. I think that we're at least going to make it competitive. They're not coming in and just kicking our ass. The only team.
The next 3 games.
The only so we have it. We have the Patriots, the Cardinals, and that's on the road too. So that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Then we have Washington. Then we have Miami, and then we have a bye. I expect the Panthers to be competitive in 3 of those football games, especially if we're going to be getting back Christian McCaffrey. We see what difference he makes to this offense. Let's hope that he can do something similar to what Shaq Thompson did today. What do you think about what?
The trade news. We have not circled back and talked about Deshaun Watson, which we're not going to talk about him. But,
I think we're done with that one.
Yeah, but like
I don't believe anything I read. I'll just leave it at that. I don't believe anything I read. Why would you? Every other day there's a conflicting report.
Okay.
Gotcha. Hey, CK, you gotta run, man?
Yes, sir. Gotta go take the son trick-or-treating.
Do your thing, bro. Happy Halloween to everyone too, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody,
absolutely. The Carolina Panthers came out and looked like a good team today. They were dressed up as he's gonna be a dinosaur. The Carolina Panthers dressed up as a good football team today. So
I like that.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. Peace out and keep down it.
CK, peace and love, brother.
All right, let's go with the next call. Let me see. Is this the same one or a different one?
What's up, C3? This is the man.
This one.
Hey, is that you, Lincoln from North Alabama? Didn't get to see the whole game because I'm dealing with preparations for an upcoming wedding, but defense did their job. Offense was okay, not great, but offensive line was a lot better, and we kept honesty within the offense. Run, and letting Sam do what he needed to do, but not throwing everything on his shoulders like we have in the past 3 games.
I agree with that.
I want to hear what you guys think about that. And I'm still not super impressed with offensive play calling, but it is what it is. Keep pounding.
Why is Chuba Hubbard always flailing around looking?
I don't see what you're seeing, dude. I've been
when he's running, he's just like always stumbling like crazy.
I think he's bowling people over. I think he's being aggressive. He's being a powerful runner. He gets better every week, man.
All right.
He gets better every week.
Joe Brady today after he's taken a lot of hits in the past couple of weeks. Sam Darnold taking a lot of hits in the past couple of weeks and took one to his head today. I don't know. Like, what do you think about this offense? And the offense is bad. Let's just put it that way. It's bad. Even on we today are going to come out here and be like, Sam Darnold had one of his better games. I would argue that Sam Darnold had one of his best games today out of the entire season. But drops and this and that led to it being one of the worst games, and then his head got bashed on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nature of the beast, man. When you want to run your quarterback, you have to worry about stuff like that. Tony, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I want to bring back Cam.
Why?
I want to bring back Cam.
All right,
dude.
let's talk about it. Let's bring back Cam. I tell you this, it's like if I could just sneak it, like I just want to hang with Cam. That's what
I just want him
he don't even know how cool that would be. Like for me, like if we could just go one night out to the club and like I roll with Cam and be like, this is my dude. Like would be the best night of my entire life.
Dude, I don't know about all that. It might be
you would not want to roll.
No, it would be incredible, but I'm saying that's not gonna happen. I'm just saying what will happen.
You want him to be the quarterback.
Yes,
I want him to be the quarterback. Hell yeah. He's like my favorite person in the history of the world. He's like my Obama.
I like him way more than Obama. I'll say I just think that that Cam Newton, given the chance with an offensive line that can now run block, or at least looked a little bit better doing so today. Getting back Christian McCaffrey, I think that Cam could get on a rhythm.
What's he gonna do? Get us a wild card? No.
He's better than PJ Walker. And listen, who knows how long we're going to be without Sam Darnold? It's like we don't know how long it's going to be. And then they don't have to be tied to Cam. If they want to have a quarterback competition when Sam comes in between him and Cam Newton, fine. But what if we end up going the next 3 weeks without Sam Darnold? Like, what are we going to do? Just hope and pray and start to tank again?
Yeah.
No, man.
We're tanking, bro. This season was already tanked.
Who?
We lost to both of them. Who we lose to? Like the Giants. And like we had to have won 2 of those 3 games. We're already tanking, bro. We're already tanking. Like, what's the thing that's gonna happen?
We're not tanking. Not even a little bit. We should have done so. If we were tanking, we shouldn't have made all the moves that we made. We don't even have a lot of draft picks. What are you talking about? We don't even have picks to tank. This is not a tank year, man. You're trying to at least finish the season 500. I really don't even think that the Panthers are going to make any moves before Tuesday.
Funny. I feel like we're just like doing a dance together because I said that this was going to be a 500 year, and now all of a sudden you're trying to bring me back. Anyway, I feel I'm all in my feelings, bro. All in my feelings.
You're too hard on yourself, man.
Cam?
Celebrate the victory.
Tell me
why not? Why not? If Sam Darnold, Taysom Hill got a concussion a few weeks ago and he's still not back. So it's like who knows how long Sam's going to be.
Why do you think the Seahawks didn't do it?
I don't know, man. I really don't know why. I really don't know why.
The Jets should have done it too. Like if I was thinking this is, I really do think that Cam would play football for free almost. Like if we would give him like $10 almost, he would come and play football in the field with us.
I don't know if he would do it for free, but he's not playing for anyone else. As of right now, Cam Newton is a YouTuber.
I know
that is his profession.
I think he should have played for the. Why did the Jets sign Joe Flacco? Don't understand. Number 2, I think he could start on the Seahawks right now, make them way better. So that's what I'm asking. Anyway, we're 2-0 in the division. That don't matter though when our record is sub 500 at the end of.
All right, boys, it's Med here. All right, and I just got to say, our
baby
once again looked pretty phenomenal. All right, I'm not gonna say Kyle Pitts had these.
He said our defense looked pretty phenomenal. You're either phenomenal or you're not.
We shut down a lot of their weapons today. Gilly Lock, we gotta sign this man a new deal. I think his wife said he wants to stay in Charlotte, in the Charlotte area, so he might look for a cheaper contract. I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's a big plus if it is. Dante, I think we should really, really consider giving him a new contract too. I think Dante has played well over the last few weeks, if not, above and beyond. The defense, a lot of the players in the defense looks like they're stepping up. I think we're going to see that competitiveness continue to grow for the rest of the season. But Sam, he's not, the best quarterback in the world, but he stepped up from the last few weeks. He took a concussion. Not many quarterbacks will do that. So I gotta give
what
for
what do you mean not?
That. Yeah, it was a simple
you don't got he stepped up and he chose concussion.
And, keep pounding, guys.
Look, I'm gonna tell all y'all to settle down, folks.
They're telling you to settle down.
No, I'm gonna tell you guys to settle down. Look at this. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up and I had it and we basically had 160 yards of offense today.
We had over 200 yards of rushing.
200? No way.
Yes, we did.
That's not true.
Yes, we did. We had over 200. We had 200.
Who rushed all those yards? Who rushed them?
Chuba Hubbard. It was a three-way mixture between Chuba Hubbard, Royce Freeman, and Amir Abdullah. And they both did their job. I mean, all those guys did their job today. And listen, the offensive line won the football game today. And we got to be honest about that.
All right.
We got and listen, like all I've done is trash this offensive line. And they won the game for us today. You don't rush for 200 yards if your offensive line
201 yards.
203.
Okay.
Yeah, this was our rushing record this year, says Len Leonhardt. So, yeah, dude, we're not tanking. I wouldn't. Again, this is going to divide people. I don't really give a shit. Like, my thing is, I think that especially if Sam is going to be out for a while, yeah, man, I would like for bygones to be bygones, everyone to finish this on a better note, and bring in Cam Newton, man. I think it would be electric.
If we brought Cam Newton in, I would be so mad.
Oh, you would get happy the same way you got mad.
You don't understand why I would be mad.
Why?
So mad because I was just like, I wish we would have kept Cam the whole time. Like, all it would have said is this is like, Cam is like, we could have had him the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I know, man, but it's like we can't go back and fix the mistakes.
And I'm telling you, like, his arm ain't that.
The arm is fine. His arm is fine.
I know. That's what I've been. I mean,
so
like,
that's what I'm saying. We have to bring him back. We have to bring him back,
like,
Tony.
Like, I get itchy when I hear his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's bullshit. Like, that people can even fuck with him like the way they are. That's what I'm telling you, man. Like, all right, anyway. I get so weird about Cam. It's stupid.
But the reason why I want to bring him back, though, is one, we're gonna have better receiving options.
That's what I say.
We're gonna have better receiving options for Cam Newton, and more important than everything, we're gonna run the football. If today's taught
this offensive line look like the fucking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as we look at this offensive line, like, oh, they suck. D. Cam Newton been making these second D offensive lines look great for his whole career.
The point being that today should have been a lesson for us. When we actually commit to running the football, what we were able to do with 3 people, none of whom are Christian McCaffrey, then you're going to get back McCaffrey. Then you're going to have Cam Newton, who I'm sure is going to have something to prove. And he's going to want to run around all over everybody, man. Cam Newton would provide us a spark that I feel like is painfully absent on this Carolina Panther football team.
I think we're 100 times we're voting for Cody Lashley to be the goddamn GM of the Carolina Panthers, for real.
I would do it too.
Right. I think you found it. I think you found the answer. And no time in the history of this podcast will you ever find a mug like Tony Dunn shaming Cam Newton. But I will shame you subscribers. Just smash the thumbs up button, whatever you got to do.
C3, thanks for all y'all's hard work, man. I enjoy listening to you guys live when I'm working. I
appreciate you, brother.
After the game. Just appreciate all y'all's hard work, fellas. Thank y'all. Keep it up. Keep pounding.
Man, so we be up. We on the streets. We on the streets. Anyway,
wait, hang on. We've got a love bomb. James Island Panther. He says, "Hey Cody, how about some Coach O Cajun cookie monsters?"
Oh,
well, you see, chocolate chip cookies are the best chocolate chip cookies. Sometimes I like ginger snaps. Sometimes I like macadamia nut cookies. But overall, chocolate chip cookies are the best chocolate chip cookies. Go Tigers. There you go.
All right, wonderful.
This is the best impersonation I do. Don't ask me to do anyone else.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It is an excellent one. All right, so what have we missed in this game?
Oh, what have we missed? Chat room, what have we missed? What have we missed? What have we not talking about? Oh, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. How about how cool is that? Like, this is, you guys got comfortable with this win. The number is 252-228-5098. But still, I feel like Panther fans are a little. I think we're a little swinging two ways on this. Like, we were such a bad team last week, and now this barely win. We couldn't even score. We almost field goal. Zane Gonzalez almost killed them alone.
Oh, Zane,
it's not
baby.
like all of a sudden I am feeling fantastic about this team. I'm like, really? How are you going to beat the Patriots next week, Cody? Given that maybe you don't have Sam Darnold. What is it? It's the PJ Walker and Christian McCaffrey show.
We haven't even confirmed McCaffrey yet for the Patriots. We're still kind of playing it by ear. We don't know yet for sure if we're going to be pulling him off of IR. Listen, Zane Gonzalez, we have to give this man credit, dude. We've been hurting at the kicker position big time, man. We've been cycling through kickers.
He's been, he did pound one through today, didn't
he? Yeah, he did, man. So it's like Zane Gonzalez is he's a breath of fresh air. And Tony, like, no one's trying to convince you that this game against Atlanta should be the thing that's like, oh, look, we're a good football team. No, it's that you have to take steps in the right direction. The Panthers took a bunch of steps backward when we played Dallas on a bunch of different avenues, on defense, on offense. We've just been a worse football team. But a performance like today helps you build some confidence. It helps you see what your football team is doing well. We ran the football for almost 200 yards today. If the Panthers use this as an opportunity to learn more about themselves and rely on rushing the football, then I think that we're moving in the right direction. And we have a football team that's getting healthy at the right time. We're going to have Stefan Gilmore, but now Shaq Thompson is back playing. Christian McCaffrey's going to come back. And we're still looking at, hopefully down the stretch, potentially J.C. Horn coming back as well, man. So I'm not ready to just throw up my hands and give up on this season. I think that we still have too much out in front of us, still too much to play for. I favor the Panthers in 3 of our next 4 games. So, yeah, man, this team is not on the outs yet. We just have to put together a string of victories, and then we'll start feeling better about ourselves.
Irritatingly, we ran the football like 9 out of 10 times. It just happens to be 3 weeks later than Matt Rule said he was going to do it 2 weeks ago. Like, why did we just do this 2 weeks ago? They came out, ran the ball.
Couldn't tell you.
I mean, like, he even told you they were going to run the ball.
I think I saw on Twitter. I think I saw on Twitter that Matt Rule even said that in their press conference, that today they did all the things that they've been claiming they were gonna do.
I know. It's like just 2 weeks. You told us you were gonna do it 2 weeks ago. Like, and at the end of the day, look, we came out and ran the ball, and our running back fumbled the ball on the first play, and then we still ran it 10 times in like 12 plays. And I'm not saying that. I mean, like they were like, oh my God. He finally did what he was gonna say. Look, all I got is we gotta get out of here. I'm getting out of here. I gotta go take care of my family and different things. But Jesus Christ, just do what you say you're gonna do. And that, look, he did what he said he was gonna do. Have some fucking faith in your own balls, bro. That's what I want them to do now, is to believe in their own selves. They have to believe in their own selves more than we believe in them. And it's the truth. And that's the truth in everyday life when you're in these super statured spots, is that you need to believe in yourselves more than we believe in you. So you came out there and Zane Gonzalez kicked them in the balls for a win. But now they got to go up in there and try to figure it out. Because Cody, how are we going to figure it out? We were crying about Sam Darnold. Now we got PJ Walker and a terrible offensive line. And we're going to, inch and inch until 6 wins? Maybe that's not what we need. I am starting to give you the conversation of draft picks for next year. That's right.
We don't even have the picks. And who are you tanking?
But the number one, man, we got to inch into that number one. What's the difference?
For who?
Well, you're the draft guy. You got to come up.
Yeah, I don't start.
There's always somebody that makes better.
I never start looking at college players until after the season's over. Then I do my deep dive and I start to assess it. Right now, I know that there are 2 quarterbacks right now that they look good. They flash a ton of upside, but none of them are like sure bets. There's no one to tank for, Tony. I tried to tell you this last year. That last year was the year to do it for a quarterback. Last year was the year to do it. Now, I don't want to hear about tanking, man. Every single year for the past 3 years, at the middle of the season, we're always thinking about the fucking draft, and I'm done with it, dude. I'm done.
You're the draft guy. You're the guy that always does. All right, let's give us.
Yeah, it's not time for that yet, though, man. We have too much meaningful football left to be played. Right. So I don't want to think about the draft.
Player of the game for you.
Player of the game?
Dab on them. It's the dab on them player of the game.
Hey, man, dude, listen.
How dare the same person? There's only one person to pick.
I would tell you what. Since I know who you're going to pick, I'll let you pick them. And that's who I was going to pick. But since I know you're not going to give him the credit, I'm going to give it to Stefan Gilmore, baby.
Oh my God.
Shut shit down. Yeah, that's what my man
Dude
Gilmore
made
does.
the interception that was
Shutting
thrown right in his face, and
shit
they could barely walk off the field. You can barely walk off the field, homie. All right, shit
His
game.
presence is everything, man.
Who's
Even his mere
towel of
presence.
towel of shame. Let's get out of here.
Towel of shame I will give to who's some DJ Moore.
Whoever got run over
DJ
by
Moore.
Mike Davis.
DJ Moore,
Yeah.
DJ Moore, DJ Moore, DJ Moore. And look, this is you know, I compared him to Steve Smith earlier, but my deal is this. I want to see more from DJ, man. He wants to get paid like a number one wide receiver. I want him to get paid like a number one wide receiver, but not if he hasn't earned it. And I think to this point this season, yeah, he has been very good every season, but he hasn't had the numbers to warrant a number one wide receiver. And this year, if he's not going to block, if he's not going to do his part for the rest of his teammates and only go 100% on the plays in which he's targeted, then I'm not in favor of paying DJ Moore a big, long contract to come in and do the same, man. I do not see that number one have to have game changer of a wide receiver. I just don't see that yet.
Talent of shame goes to whoever said that wasn't a touchdown today. Dick faces. That was a touchdown, man. He caught it. He fucking put his feet down. He twisted his body. He did it. What else do you need to do? It was a touchdown before he dropped it. So fuck y'all. We needed that touchdown.
We did. It was a touchdown.
4 points. And the reason I'm the talent of shaming is Jesus Christ, we can't score points. Zane Gonzalez almost beat the Atlanta Falcons by himself. Like, that's kind of how it was. It's like, Jesus Christ, score a touchdown. That was a touchdown. It was a touchdown. And to you, the referees, towel of blame, shame.
Towel of shame.
Get the fuck out of here. No. Let's go. Can we go? Can we go home, please?
I kind of don't want to go. We're so early
Take
today.
us
I'm
home.
like,
Take us out of here, please.
all right, Panther Nation. We're leaving today's show on a high note, on a positive note. The Carolina Panthers won today.
He wants Cam Newton. He wants Cam Newton back. Who doesn't?
Isn't there at least a part of you that's like, it has to happen?
Hell yeah. Like, yes. I'm like, I want to pick him every time on my team. Anyway, all right. When is the next show? What is today? We're gonna be here Tuesday night, 9 p.m. live. You can check us out on YouTube. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter live. You can check us out afterwards on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcast. My name is Tony Dunn. You can follow me on Twitter at @cat_chronicles. Cody last name. My man.
Yes, sir.
My real man. How can they find your work?
You can find me on Twitter at Cody Lack. You see my my tag right there up on screen, CODYLAC. This weekend on drafttech.com, even though I just got done saying I'm not focusing on the draft. I'm the analyst for the Carolina Panthers.
He's back.
I'm the analyst for the Carolina Panthers, where I write comments for the Carolina Panthers. I do a lot of really hard work writing stuff over there, so make sure you check that out. We'll be back Tuesday night for another edition of the C3 podcast. And as always, for the Friday free-for-all, every Friday at 7 p.m., dude, we have fantastic conversations over there, which you can be a part of. You can come on anytime, talk to us about the Carolina Panthers. Man, that's it, dude. We beat the Falcons, man. May the rest of your day be a good-ass day, because the Panthers are undefeated in our division, baby. We beat the Saints and the Falcons. Let's go. Tony Dunn.
Take us out of here.
We out here.